The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? This is Sheldon J. Think About It Radio. We got another great interview for you tonight. Crockett, Texas edition. Can you dig it? We want to thank Miss Jessica James for being on the line with us tonight. You have the floor, young lady. Introduce yourself, and we will go from there.
Hello, how are you? Everyone who's listening. It's just an honor to be on the show. It's just a pleasure to be speaking with you all about Girls with Purpose. Girls with Purpose is a Christian-based nonprofit organization for young girls ages 7 to 17. Our vision is to help young their value in Christ, and then develop and maintain relationships with their family, their community, their peers, as well as their mentors. Our vision is to see these young girls thrive in every area of their life, including naturally, mentally, physically, socially, academically, etc. So we just have an awesome program that we offer to. It's not just for any particular race or ethnicity. It's for any young girl who's out there, Houston, around the nation, any young girl. And it's just not just for one particular group.
I like that.
So
I like
that.
All inclusive.
I'm excited.
All inclusive.
Yes.
I like that. Now, how can people get a hold of you and contact information and stuff like that if they want to get with you and have something that you can do for them?
Okay. Well, right now our website is underway, but we do have a Facebook page, and it is public. And the name of the Facebook page is Girls with Purpose Mentoring Group. And that's once again, that's Girls with Purpose Mentoring Group. And also you can email us at gwp_2014@yahoo.com. And you can also give me a call at 832-574-6475 should you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you would like to register one of your niece, your daughter, or anyone that you may know that could benefit from this program, or if you just want to know more about volunteering as well for some different events that we may have coming up for the spring, just please feel free to contact us.
I like what you're doing. I like the platform that you have. And again, it includes a lot of people. And who doesn't have a need, right? Now,
exactly.
My question to you is, what got you started in that particular ministry?
Okay, and I'm so glad that you said ministry, because that's exactly what it is. Because everything, someone asked me once before, what's the difference between your organization and there's so many mentoring groups and mentoring organizations out here that's all doing the same thing. And one thing that I told them,
you broke up a little bit.
And one thing that I told them was that Jesus is at the center of everything that I do. And this is ministry. This is my divine purpose, and this is my passion. So what I remember in 2013, I had from work, and God he began to speak to me. And I remember as a little girl, I didn't have that one person I could confide in, and I didn't really have that mother figure who I could, rely on and relate to. And I just really didn't, have that person to just really teach me what life was about. Now, I had a grandparents, Reverend Carl and Jesse Strong, who introduced me to God and who kept me in church. And I'm grateful for that foundation. I'm grateful for it because it reared me and it guided me. Mm-hmm. So just being that young girl who was lost, being that young girl who was lonely, being that young girl who was not what it's like not to know who I was and not to know what I was entitled to and not having a father figure growing up. It was just so many things I didn't know, so many things I didn't have, and so many things that I longed for.
I think that path gave you the passion what you have right now, because you didn't become bitter, you became better. And that better, everybody else benefits from you becoming better.
Exactly.
But you had to
Exactly.
struggle
That's so good.
for them to
Right,
benefit.
and the struggle was real.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, the
The
struggle is
struggle
real.
was real.
The struggle is real. The struggle will make you or break you.
It will.
You can believe that.
You know what? In the struggle, we still have a choice.
Mhm.
In the struggle, we still have a choice. I can either sink or I can swim.
Definitely. I like
Because
that
the thing
mentality.
about it is a storm, it doesn't last always. It can't rain. It cannot rain for 7
Mhm.
The clouds, the wind has to blow. So the seasons have to change. Which seasons, it just determines your outcome.
You're right. You're right. I say this a lot. Your attitude determines your altitude, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
the lower your attitude, the lower you're going to be spiritually, physically,
Exactly.
emotionally, everything. The higher your attitude, the more better attitude you're going to have, the more you're going to focus toward living life rather than life just beating the crap out of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like that though. And you speak with passion about what you're doing, and so
Yes.
not a lot of people can live their passion. So that's a very good thing what
Exactly.
you're doing right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh,
And a lot
you're
of
very
times
welcome.
my passion, it outweighs and it overrides the paycheck, because anyone who's in social services or community and youth development, the money is not, is not really, according to society and statistics, the money is not really, it's not a lot of money.
Right.
So therefore, when you're doing what I do, you have to be passionate.
You
Because there
better.
are some days to where it's like, I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know where the money's going to come from. I don't know how we're going to get supplies. I don't know how we're going to fund the field trips, etc. But my passion, it's something in me. My passion, it rises up. And I know that God's going to make a way. If I just take the steps, God's going to lead the way.
Exactly. One thing I know, and I've seen in my life, God blesses your trying. If you get
Yes.
up and try, things happen.
Exactly.
And if you don't try, guess what? Nothing happens.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I like what you're doing though. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Well, we were founded and we got our status through the state in September of 2014, but we didn't really get going until January of 2015. So we've been going we've been going for about a year and a half almost.
Okay. Well, anything Think About It Radio can do to help you out, let me know. Any initiatives
sir.
that you have going on, anything you want to plug, anything you want to let people know about, we're here for you. This is about effective networking. Anybody that
Yes.
I've interviewed so far on the show from Crockett that's doing positive things, I'm all about positive networking, right? Because we're going to bleed this positivity right back down there as well and put it back in the
Exactly.
city that gave so much to us.
Exactly.
And that's
and
the
I'm
goal.
all for it. Right.
like
That's what I'm all for it. I would love to implement even though I don't live there.
Mm-hmm.
I have material curriculum and different things and different books and guidelines and procedures and policies that I've created and I'm still developing. So just in case we do want to implement Girls with Purpose or Guys with Purpose in Crockett and surrounding areas, then I have the material for someone else to facilitate and not just oversee. So it's all about spreading positivity, especially from the town that you came from. And I'm all about it.
Bottom line.
I'm all about it.
I like that. And what I am excited about, the people that I'm reaching out to that's communicating back with me, they're excited about what's going on.
Exactly.
And I love
Yes,
that though,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's hard for people to get excited about the same thing you're excited about. They won't really have that
Right,
passion, And so I like the fact that the people that I'm communicating with want to give back, has the servant heart, right? And really wants to give something to, really there's a lot of great people in Crockett. A lot of great roots down there, man. A lot of love down there. And
Yes,
so
yes.
when I see some of the stuff that I see, not calling out and saying Crockett is bad, but there's things that need to be done there, just like in any other city. So if those that are willing can do something, forget the talking. Let's be about that action. Let's do something.
Right.
And I
Let's
like
get
that.
it done.
You got to get it done, right? You're going to talk about it, you're going to be about it.
Exactly. And I feel like it's all about collaborating in
Yes.
partnership, but you have to collaborate in partnership with the right people.
Yes, ma'am. I call
Because
it
there's a
effective
difference
networking.
Yes, there's a difference between a good thing and a God thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's, and that's one thing that, because I've tried to connect to different people and different things, and it didn't work out. In my mind, I was thinking, well, they're doing something positive, so I'm doing something positive, so let us just come together. But when we came together, it became a disaster.
Exactly.
So it's like, you just have to know who you can connect with and who you can just sometimes support.
Yes. That's
So
learned, though.
Yes, it's a learning experience. It is.
But just like anything, though, right? You learn from your mistakes. And if it's something that you really want to do, you don't give up on it. You just try a different way.
Exactly.
You know, and you try what works, because God didn't give you the vision for nothing. He didn't bless us to still be alive for nothing. All the people that's dying, all the good people that's buried and dead, and we're alive and we can't do anything.
Right.
That's garbage. And I tell anybody that as long as you got breath in your body, you can do something. You can be the change that you want to see. Why are you depending on anybody else to do anything for you?
Yes, and that's one of my favorite quotes from Gandhi. Be the change that you wish to see.
That's amazing.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I like that. I mean, because you have to, right? I mean, the mind is the greatest weapon and is also your greatest tool. You decide on how you want to use it.
Exactly.
That's the determination. And so with the ladies that you speak with, do you get a positive response from the majority of them that, that people actually trying to care about someone else?
I do. It's very positive. We just completed our big summer program. And it was awesome. I had between...
You broke up a little bit.
We Hello?
I can hear you now.
Hello? Okay. We just completed our first 5-week summer program in the Acres Home community.
Great.
At the Highland Park Community Center. And every week I had between 20 and 25 girls, and every single week we had a routine. And what I've learned is that children need routine for change. And when you have to be consistent with these, especially with these young ladies. You have to be consistent, firm, fair, and consistent. And so we have a set of core values, which are faith, courage, divine purpose, just a lot of different things. We have our very own motto. Every week we recited our mission statement, our vision statement, as well as our declaration. And one thing that I teach them is to speak life into themselves and to others. And no favorite, no one is anybody. It is development. And it's all about supporting your sister. And I made it very clear that in this group, we're all going to thrive. There are no weak links. Everybody's unique. Everybody has their own. It's just awesome. And one thing we did, it was a lot of so I had such time to get to speak out. So to speak out, the platform speaks out me.
Do me a favor, repeat that part, because you just broke up.
Okay, which part?
Just what you just said, like the last maybe minute, what you said, because you keep hitting a bad spot, I think, in the room, because it's like you're fading in and out.
Okay, what about right now?
I can hear you now, perfect.
Okay, so I was just saying that one thing that I've learned with these young ladies is they really desire to be heard, and they really have something to say. And within the Black society and community, a lot of times we are taught and we learn that I'm the adult, so you don't get to talk, or I'm mama, I'm daddy, you do what I say, and you don't have a choice in the matter. Now, I did teach them to respect myself as well as themselves and their peers, but I also gave them the platform to express their feelings